Hi, I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, author of God's Answer is No, Lessons from a Spiritual Life. Today, my message is about self-love. Self-love is one of those terms we hear all the time and don't really know what it means, but I've figured a few things out and I want to share them with you. How do you love yourself? Well, first of all, a lot of us are taught that if you are so in love with yourself, you're conceited or egotistical, or you think you're all that, or you're full of yourself. I say go for it. Don't be conceited. Nobody's better than anybody else. But you have to think that you are all that. Because if you don't, who will? So, I embarked on a quest to value myself and feel worthy and deserving of all that is good in life. I deserve to be treated with respect. I deserve to be treated with kindness. I deserve to get the best of everything possible. I deserve to have a life that's fulfilling and fun and full of love and joy and laughter and safety and excellent health. And so when I explore what does loving myself mean, it means pursuing all of those things. It means working on projects that fulfill me and give me peace and make me feel like I'm contributing something positive to the world. And that enables me to love myself for doing positive things. But self-love isn't just about what you do. Just by virtue of existing, we deserve love from ourselves and from others. So, when you read my book, you're going to see that I used to talk really, really negative to myself. Negatively. I had terrible self-talk, self-criticism about my weight, about my appearance, about my sugar binges years ago, about how my uncontrolled eating that left me overweight and feeling horrible. And so I had to find ways to resolve my eating disorder and find peace with food and become super healthy and fit. And I used journaling, I used prayer, I used meditation, I've used exercise, I've used lots of self-love techniques. So instead of looking in the mirror and saying, "You are such a fat, disgusting cow," now when I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror, I smile like I'm seeing an old friend at the grocery store by surprise. I look in my own eyes and I smile, and I'm truly happy to see myself. It's not that I think I'm beautiful, it's not that I think I'm cute, it's not about my hair, my makeup, lack thereof, or clothes. It's about me, my spirit. Because through the process of meditation in my spiritual awakening, I've gone within to discover who am I on the inside. And who we are on the inside is a spirit. It's like sparkles of gold energy. It's God energy within us. When you meditate and connect to the divine, you can see visuals of that. And so when I saw who I am on a spirit level, pure love, with purely loving intentions for my life and my life legacy as a writer and as someone who uses the written and spoken word to cultivate peace and harmony and love in the world, starting with myself, then my loved ones, then my community, then the planet. So when you start to view yourself like that, you put things on a whole different level. So I just described the physical and I just described the spiritual. But love is an emotion, and therefore I had to do the emotional work on myself as well. I had to forgive myself for my behavior with food in the past, for example. I had to release anger at myself for wasted time and energy. with eating and weight and exercise and just going in circles and just being miserable about it. And so I had to heal myself with that major angst that had been in my past, which thankfully, through my spiritual devotion, I live a super healthy lifestyle now where I eat very, very natural foods. I exercise, I meditate, I do yoga, I journal, I clear my chakras. I drink kale smoothies every day, twice, and I live in a peaceful manner. And so going within, finding who I am on the inside and loving me on every level has healed me, enabled me to forgive myself for whatever egregious things I've done toward myself in the past, and release all of that. And what it does is open up a space. It like clears out the clutter, like cleaning out a closet. And it opens up this space that enables me to let in more positive. It's like opening a window and letting in the light. And therefore, what I'm letting in are not only just nice smiles in the mirror, but actual verbal affirmations of myself. I love Elizabeth. I literally make audio tapes about what I love about myself and what I want to achieve in my day and my life. And I listen to these audio tapes over and over. And it enables you to reprogram the way you think about yourself. And the way you think about yourself comprises your self-worth, your self-esteem, and all of that is tied into the ability to love yourself. So in my book, God's Answer is No, Lessons from a Spiritual Life, I teach a lot of different things that you can do on a daily basis to cultivate love within yourself. It's not about anybody else, not what anybody thinks of you. It's all about you. And let me tell you, that is the key to attracting the ultimate love partner. You have to calibrate yourself to be on the highest possible level of energy in terms of loving yourself. And all emotions have an energy vibration. And when you love yourself immensely and you put yourself in overflow with self-love, it magnetizes you to someone like that. But if you're not there, if you're below that, it will magnetize you to someone who's on your level. And I personally only wanted to magnetize myself to someone who's at that level of self-love, someone who's done the work on self to figure out who they are and love themselves to overflow. So that anybody that shows up is like extra icing on my already perfectly baked and decorated cake of me. Self-love, becoming your absolute best you, is the key to attracting your absolute best love partner. I'm going to talk about that in my next message. So thank you for listening. My book, God's Answer is No, Lessons from a Spiritual Life, is all about discovering the God power within yourself, getting to know yourself on a spiritual level so that you can live and love and influence in a very positive and powerful manner. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and I wish you the very best.